up, you guys? So Dune Part 2 is amazing. Obviously, it's amazing. If the first one was that great, then the second one has to be that great. Although, you know, as films usually goes, usually the sequel isn't as great. But this one, my God, it was absolutely beautiful. The score was beautiful to listen to with everything that's going on screen, and what's going on screen is visually stunning. The acting was stellar and perfect as well, so I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed myself with this film. There's nothing that I can fault about it from a technical standpoint. Denis Villeneuve absolutely rocked everything as a director. It was very tight and precise and perfect. I feel like there's nothing that I could sit there and like genuinely fault it. The story somewhat concludes itself in a very beautiful way, and you get to see the characters, everything that was happening in the first film develop and like flourish in the second film. So my God, did Denis Villeneuve deliver and then some with this film. It was absolutely stunning in every way. I really enjoyed myself with it. It is somewhat slow in the first hour or so, but it's completely understandable because they have a lot of setup for the characters and understanding and the hardships that they have to go through and certain things that they're building up towards. And I'm assuming that they're also building up towards Dune Messiah, hopefully, if they go ahead with it. But it starts to pick up, and the last hour is very interesting and very exhilarating in some ways to see like a lot of the character plots and a lot of the character development like pay off and flourish and be shown in the film. It was absolutely beautiful on all fronts. I can't find any technical problems with it, except that there might be some like level of pacing. But if I were to critique the pacing and have a look at what could I remove, I genuinely don't think you could remove anything out of it to make it less somewhat slow in the first part. But again, it's just beautiful to watch, and I really can't wait to watch both of them back to back. But for now, I can't wait to watch it in IMAX. So if you can and you're able to, then by all means, please try and book it in the biggest screen that you possibly can. And if you have an IMAX and you have some seats available, I feel like they're all sold out everywhere, then yes, absolutely, I think it's perfect to watch it. It's a stunning film to watch. The score and the imagery and the acting, they just all wrap up together in this perfect little concoction, and it's just so beautiful to consume in every single way. And I've turned this into a food metaphor, but my God, was it really beautiful. It is somewhat predictable, but obviously because of the whole prophecy, chosen one-esque style of storytelling, there are things that you know that, this is where they'll take the character arc to. For those of us who haven't read the books, that's how I felt, but at the same time I was surprised with a few things here and there, so there were a few surprises. Again, I haven't read the books, so it was interesting to see. Those of you who have read the books, I'm sure it's such a beautiful thing to experience, seeing a book that you enjoyed be turned into a film in such a beautiful and masterful way that I'm sure it feels amazing for those of you who are Dune fans through and through for years before Denis Villeneuve even touched this project. My only personal gripe with this, and this isn't a critique of the film or what's being presented or like shown, because it's just a personal like hope and a dream that maybe they could have had better Arab representation, because the story is heavily Arab and Islamic culture filled, whether it's from the books or from the film. Frank Herbert did include a lot of things like that, a lot of the imagery, a lot of the practices that the Fremen have, a lot of the things and the ideas and the philosophies are very heavily based in that. And I suppose in a theological sense, it's very religious in some ways. It would have been nice to have seen Javier Bardem and Zendaya's role be played by someone of the background that Frank Herbert has taken a lot of heavy inspiration from. But I also understand that Javier Bardem and Zendaya have huge names, and they need those types of people to be in the film to sell it, and they are great actors and they do have amazing performances, so I completely understand. But all of those things can exist at the same time. My personal feelings about having my culture and my religion being represented would have been very beautiful if it was, appreciated and acknowledged by the people that are making it as the thing that Frank Herbert did take from. That would have been very, very nice and very much appreciated. I know it wasn't, but it's perfectly fine because multiple things can exist at the same time. This was a very beautiful film, very beautifully made. It's such an astonishing like feat to have made such a beautiful like 2-part telling for the book. So all of it can exist. It's a 5 out of 5 movie for sure. As its predecessor, Dune Part 1. They are both perfectly made, and I can't wait to watch them back to back, as I said previously. But yes, that is not only my personal thing, my only personal hopes and dreams that like I wish we could have more of in Hollywood in general, and showing these ideas and ideals and practices and culture in such a positive and beautiful way would be something of a dream for me personally. But it's still amazing, and it's still nice to see those things in the film. So let me know if you enjoy it and if you get to see it, and I hope you do. It's amazing, and it started off the year in a beautiful way, so hopefully everyone is able to watch this film, and especially if you are a fan of the books or a fan of the series. And yeah, let me know how you find it. Till next time, guys.